Hi everyone, welcome back for today's mani. We're going to be dipping into some brand new colors from Luxie Nail. We're also going to be creating a press-on set in the shape Short Coffin. We're diving right in. We are wasting no time today on these beautiful colors. We're doing the gel method today, so I'm just doing a very thin layer. And I like to start right underneath that cuticle line area when I'm making a press-on and then work that product up just to make sure that I'm not flooding the underneath side of that press-on. Same thing would apply when you are doing this mani on your natural hand or over your enhancements. But check out that coverage. I will say it's kind of like a pink fluffy cloud with that first coat. And we're just going to go ahead and just gently press everything down. I love the coverage. These are super buttery soft as well. We're going to cure for 30 seconds, dust off, and then we're going to go back in with another thin layer of that gel base. And we're going to continue this process today. So these colors are fantastic. They're great for spring, even though Easter is like a few days away. Spring, you can still rock spring mani. So spring is just starting when Easter ends, in my opinion, because Easter kind of came out of nowhere this year. So we have all this time now to rock all these beautiful spring colors. I will say, look at the second dip here. It's just like that pink. It's just like even more brighter and vibrant. These are very buildable. I really like the coverage with 2 coats. That's all we're doing, but you definitely could build up 3 coats. So I cured for 30 seconds and dusted off. So anytime you're doing the gel method, you always want to cure each layer for a full 30 seconds. Sometimes if you're using darker colors, depending on your lamp, you might need to cure for about 60 seconds if you're doing like a black nail or anything like that, because that light really needs to penetrate through all those layers because it is such a darker color. So just keep that in mind. If you are looking for a nail lamp, I do have a few suggestions of my 2 favorite ones that I use all the time, and that link is in that description box below. So what we're doing today is we're gonna do like a Skittles spring mani, but yet with a twist. Then once we use all these new like pastel colors, there's 4 of them, we're gonna go ahead and then do like a really fun kind of like a unicorn kind of style ombre mani. We're going to pull in all the colors and do like a tap ombre of all the colors on the nail just to create a really fun like rainbow effect. Then we're going to use one of the like shimmery opal foil colors to do like a very slight like ethereal chrome effect on top of that ombre nail. So that is the game plan for today. So you're really going to be able to see these new beautiful colors in action. So they look like a solid, but they have a very, very just like light, super light shimmer to it, which I really like, because what that shimmer is going to do, it's not going to be as harsh on your nail as like a pastel solid would be, because that shimmer is going to help eliminate like any imperfections on your nail. So you're going to get like a flawless coverage. That's what I feel like when I'm playing with solids that have like that slight, ever so slightly shimmer in it. I just feel like it gives your nail like this like flawless coverage. And if you're someone that's like not into sparkle, you honestly are not going to tell that these have like that slight shimmer to it unless like you're really looking closely at the nail. But just keep that in mind when you are working with these, that there is a slight shimmer. But you know me, I'm all about that shimmer life. So we're diving into the second color here. This is like the perfect sky blue, and this would be really fun too. So there's a lot of different options you can do with these colors. The main thing is I really wanted you to see how these colors perform, and I really wanted to show you a simple way to pull in spring colors, and then for an accent nail to kind of do like a unicorn ombre kind of effect. So you can always make your nails as simple as you want, or you can get super creative. You could do a whole bunch of nail art on top of this. You could also do a matte finish on this mani. You could pull in some speckle egg effect. But I mean, options are pretty much endless when you are doing your nails at home. Now, the colors that we're using right now are just a little bit of a sneak peek of what other colors are releasing today from Luxie Nail. Luxie Nail is currently celebrating the 5th year. That's such a great accomplishment for any small business, or especially a dip company in the nail world. The 5th year, that's amazing. So it's the 5th year anniversary. So the collection that we're pulling in today, these pieces and the colors, are part of the Let Them Eat Cake collection. So you have like these beautiful satin, I'm going to call these satin shimmers because they're just a very just light shimmer. And then there's also really beautiful foil and shimmer dips, and they're just everything. The foil pieces are definitely chef's kiss. If you have not tried any foils from Luxie Nail, I definitely recommend. They're a super, super, super high quality foil. They're imported from Italy and the colors are just beautiful. There's like very minimal bleeding, if any bleeding at all. They're very high quality foil. So we are just wrapping up here that last dip of this beautiful, beautiful purple, and we're gonna cure for 30 seconds, dust off. Here's what we're working with. So right now, this mani looks super awesome just by itself, but we're gonna change it up and we're gonna pull in all 4 of these colors and we're gonna do a little bit of an ombre here. So what I'm doing is I'm doing a layer of gel base. Now, when you're doing the gel method, the thinner you can get your layers, the better it's gonna be. And now the hardest part is gonna be what colors you wanna start with first and where you wanna place the colors. So right now I'm starting off with the pink and I'm just gonna go ahead and do small sections at a time because I really just wanna make this almost like a tie-dyed cloud effect by pulling in as much color as we can get so we can really get like that unicorn kind of look that we're going for. So I'm just focusing on tapping on small areas. Again, you don't have to necessarily do 4 colors. You could do 3 colors. I mean, you could even do this with 2 colors, but I just wanted to focus on smaller sections versus bigger sections just to give it more dimension. So that's all we're doing right now is we're just alternating between each colors and then just gently tapping that powder onto there. And I'm really focusing on certain areas because I don't want it to kind of like muddy up. I wanted it to just have like a color kind of explosion, if that makes sense, on the nail. So just gently tapping into alternating colors and then just make sure you tap that nail off at the end away from the cupcake liner, because what's going to happen if you tap off right now into that purple, you're going to end up getting all those colors into that purple and you're going to contaminate your powder. So here's what we're working with. We're just going to gently press everything down. And then I'm going to go ahead and cure for 30 seconds. And then once we go ahead and cure, we're going to dust off. Now right here, this looks gorgeous on its own with just like that first coat. But it really looks like a cloud right here. But we're gonna build up that color and we're gonna go in with another layer of gel base. And then we're gonna go ahead and tap on those colors. But this time we're gonna alternate the colors just slightly. So instead of starting with the pink first, I'm gonna go in with the blue because what I want, even though we're piling on all different colors here and trying to build up that pigment, I still want a little bit of like that ombre effect just to kind of have like those colors kind of just transition in together. So that's why I'm starting off with the other colors. So I started with the blue first, then I went back in the pink, and then we're just gonna go ahead, and you wanna go ahead when you're doing the second coat, you wanna try and get those colors in the exact same spot that you had before. I mean, as close as possible, because what happens if you go ahead and put the pink where you have the green, you're gonna get like a muddy effect. So right now, the whole purpose of doing that second dip is just to get those colors kind of transitioning more together to give it like that ombre look flow. And we're trying to build up that pigment from that first dip. So now that we went ahead, I'm gonna go ahead and tap off, and you can see we have even a brighter effect going on. So I'm just gonna go ahead and just make sure everything is laying super flat, cured for 30 seconds, dust off, and here's what we're working with. And now since we cured for 30 seconds, this nail is perfectly good to go ahead and file and buff. So filing and buffing, I'm just gonna go right in with a buffer block here. I love this buffing file. It's big enough that you have a lot of control because it's almost the same size as your like traditional file, and that will be linked in the description box below. It's a game changer. It's way easier to file and buff with that versus like that little small like little orange block. And then I'm just gonna reshape ever so slightly here and clean up the sidewalls and the free edge, and then that's all we're doing for filing and buffing. These are super soft buttery powders that they needed very minimal filing and buffing. I'm gonna do the rest of the filing and buffing on the other nails off camera just to save time. So now I'm doing a layer of gel base on the entire nail here, and then we're gonna cure for 30 seconds. And you wanna make sure you cure it for a full 30 seconds. So now we're gonna go in with this beautiful opal color here, and I'm gonna take a little eyeshadow sponge, and I'm gonna do like a slight little chrome effect going on here. I'm really focusing on like these beautiful, just like fine sparkles that are in that powder, and it's gonna give us like a unicorn kind of chrome effect. It's like a very like ethereal effect, super easy to achieve. I feel like it works better having that tacky layer from the dip base when you are working with this method, when you're trying to do like this unicorn effect. But you could also do this with your top coat as well. Make sure you cure it for 60 seconds. But I find that it works a little bit better and I get a little bit more sparkle here when I use a dip base because it has like that tacky layer. So that is what the nail looks like. I'm gonna head and brushed off, and then we're gonna seal it in right away with a layer of gel top coat. I'm gonna go ahead and do the top coat on the rest of the nails. And here's the finished mani. It's a very simple, just spring cheery kind of mani. I love the color scheme. It's simple, but yet we still have like that really fun accent nail here with our like unicorn tie-dyed effect nail. But I really love these colors. They performed amazingly with the gel method. The colors are fantastic. I really love just like they're pastels, but yet they have like that twist of brightness to it, and they don't have like that like chalky white effect to them. Like a lot of pastel colors have like a white base and they can like look a little bit chalky. These do not have that. They actually like stay true to their color. So I really like that about it. And they have the most beautiful, beautiful shimmer. So everything that we did use in today's video can be found in that description box below. Don't forget to subscribe, give this video a thumbs up, and I'll see you all in the next one.